Hello, everybody!
Hello!
Welcome to yet another Roombas of Thought live stream. It is a pleasure to be back. I am your host, Stalking Horse, and this is my co-host...
Indecisive Spud. And we are here today with, well, you could probably tell, based on the little doodly-doo down below, Subnautica below zero.
Yep, as we've been doing for the past, month? It's been a very fun month, though.
Have we hit 2 months yet?
We're getting there. This is part 18, and there's been a couple of those that have been indexed as 0.5s.
True. I was sort of not counting the index 0.5s because, well, remember, some days you stream a little off schedule, other times we go on to Fancy's channel, the other Roomba.
Yeah, we'll call it average of, 2 streams a week? 18 streams. Yeah. That's, by my count, 9 weeks, so that would put us at the 2-month mark. But,
yeah.
A lot of this is doing it the long way around when we could simply go and check the date of Subnautica Stream 1.
You know, typical Roomba. We get distracted into minutiae and forget the simple solution.
Now, speaking of, what was the date of Subnautica Stream 1? You can see Twitch easier than I can.
Good question. Let's check. Where's the thingy? Should be a thingy. Insert mild panicky screams here. Okay, Ah yes, the art of buttons and failing at them.
Congratulations, you just described 2/3 of IT.
Yes.
The other third is failing at wires. I'm allowed to say that. I'm a professional.
Ah yes. Yep. It the VOD part 1 does say inside the little thingy-madoo 2 months ago.
Yep, okay, we have hit the 2-month mark. That's, I suppose Subnautica 1 took us a lot less time than this, but that's because, as I think I've said before, over in Subnautica 1, we knew what the fuck we were doing.
Essentially, we might not have had a map, but we at least had a local guide.
That was me. Hello. This time,
Yes.
we have been Roombering. TM.
Yeah, we have had neither. We have had to sort of semi-construct the map ourselves.
Yeah. Speaking of constructing things ourselves, it's probably about time we made a start on that, because we have,
Yep.
Yep. And we'll be ready any minute, because it has to load a lot of bases.
Yes. My brain's going, on one hand, you and your window obsession and your sprawling base obsession. On the other hand, we do need all the scanner rooms. Because without them, we would be, lost.
Extremely.
Yep. Now, with the scare rooms, we are not extremely lost, we are only occasionally lost.
Yeah.
She was going to use this antibacterial agent to neutralize the bacterium.
Robin, that was about a month ago. Keep up, please.
Yeah, I think we might have accidentally, given that we failed to discover Outpost Zero so hard,
did we sequence break?
I think minorly in the sense of, it's sort of open world, but, we discovered some of the later areas. We didn't, break the game completely like we almost did.
Okay, MT has asked a very important question. How many bases do we have? Okay, so there's this one, which we're thinking of as sort of home base. Which is
you said the Outpost Ham was home base.
Yeah, I mean, this is our life pod outpost, so this is...
Okay, we'll call this life pod.
We'll call this life pod / Pengling Observatory. Then we've got Hammond Base, which has been updated from... It's been upgraded from an outpost. It's...
Yep.
Then we've got Outpost Paydirt, Outpost Shai Hulud, Outpost Hope, Outpost Gumtree, Outpost Flytrap, Outpost Cardiff, Outpost Titanic, Outpost Scotty, Outpost Echo, Outpost Penumbra. We're in the process of building Outpost Camelot. We've got Outpost Frostbite, Outpost Mordor.
Drop pod and Hammond. Yeah.
So by my count, that's what? I want to say 15?
MG says I lost count. I forgot to count because I was too busy sort of remembering it, trying to, put a picture to a name.
Okay. You count, I'll list, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we've got LifePod, Hammond.
1, 2.
Mordor, Frostbite.
3, 4.
You can count on paper or something. You don't have to count as we list.
Oh, okay.
Because you're throwing me off now.
Okay, we'll start again.
I kept on being distracted by the count. I did not mean count out loud.
Okay.
Okay, try again. So we've got LifePod, Hammond, Mordor, Frostbite, Camelot, Penumbra, Echo, Scotty, Titanic, Cardiff, Flytrap, Gumtree, Hope, Shai Hulud, Paydirt. Don't think
that is indeed 15.
Hey, I was right. And there's gonna be more. Whoop.
Yep, because now we're trying to, make a Camelot so that way we could, figure out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think very little quite sums up my general level of competence in this game, like the phrase, whoops, fell in the moon pool.
Yep. Let's get actually to constructing Camelot, because I know it's base building and I know that I'm going to run that's going to drain energy fast. So yeah, might as well go chat a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although... on the subject of base building, I found an entire subreddit about that today.
Yeah, I saw what you posted. And Frost says that they watch a lot, they know what's going on. Good! You're about as good. My brain immediately provided the words, you're doing better than we are. Yeah, empty. Did the you I thought they somehow only got to 13. Don't worry, you only lost, what, 1 or 2? It's fine, we got spares. No, seriously, we have spares. Some of those overlap.
Yeah.
But yes, I saw that subreddit and...
Yeah, that's the arena in which I am competing. For reference.
Yeah, I'm just staring at these and thinking, the only reason I would watch someone build these is in time-lapse mode.
I mean, most of them, admittedly, don't post videos of the construction. They post tours of the finished thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I want to build it, I have to live stream it. So, because we've been live streaming the playthrough.
Yeah. Okay. Fair, but.
I mean, it would be very efficient if I could just spend 2 days building bases off camera. Except I can't.
And Frost, yeah, that's fine, Frost. Feel free to continue podcasting or lurking. I tend to do that a lot when I'm watching other people do things.
Yep. Whatever you prefer to call it and whatever you prefer to do. Just as long as we are your preferred podcast provider.
Yep. So, the question pops up in my head again. How are we out playing on, Power and Camelot?
Power line.
Right.
That's why I'm going down.
Yes. Down. Down. Into the...
Technically, we're going down to Outpost Gumtree right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm just staring at this spire and going, it's burny and hot.
Oh yes. It's very burny. It's burny enough to damage the prawn suit if we stand in it.
Huh.
I think.
Remember, we stood on a volcano one of those other times and it didn't do anything.
Thermal reactor. Oh yeah, plus the thermal reactor. So this is, if anything, helping us.
Yes.
Okay. Personally, if I get a thermal plant on there and a thermal plant on there, both getting 100% power, I've only brought enough aerogel for one.
Yes. Ruby, my thought is like, yes, we're next to Outpost Gumtree, so you could, always scan for, what was the other thing? Gel sack?
Gel sack, yeah. That'd work.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Because I was just trying to remember, what's the 2 bits of thing that make up, aerogel?
Gel sacks.
Yep, which...
And there was a ruby just over there.
Yes, aerogel. I'm just reminded now of Fancy's idea for the aerogel castle, which, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, the more you think about it, the more and more it grows on you. I kind of want to see that now, if only because it would be fun.
Yeah, it's sort of, the... It's very much the, it's not exactly what you call a, sound investment, but it is, a fun one.
Yeah, it is on no account a sensible idea. But it would be fun. Okay, gel sacks seem to be up this way.
Yep. Ami has just mentally gone, I would not be surprised if it was, inside another cave. We're gonna have to go up and around. Maybe not.
It's in the sea monkey caves, actually.
Huh. Hey. Empty says the lava looks snackable. No, it isn't.
Yeah, yeah, just general word of advice: do not eat lava.
But then again, my brain's going. I have to appreciate the, was it the absolute move that is, the one guy who got his arm burned off in lava will not tell anybody what it felt like.
On the general principle of, if you want to find out, go and stick your own arm in lava.
Which, on one hand, part of me agrees. On the other hand, the army disagrees.
Yeah.
Because
is the part of you that disagrees by any chance your arm?
no, it's the inner scientist who wants all the data all the time.
I mean, the part of you that agrees with going and with wanting to find out by going and sticking your hand in the lava field, which part is that? That would be the inner scientist that wants the data. The part of you that disagrees is probably the arm.
No, the hardware. The bit that disagrees with that sticking, the actual sticking. I think we know the problem. One of us is talking about the sticking, the other part is talking about the decision not to tell anyone.
Ah, right.
Because you're talking about the arm sticking, I'm talking about his decision, that guy's decision.
I mean, I respect that guy's decision.
Yeah,
weird
part of me
hill
is
to die
like,
on, but if that's the one you've picked, sure.
yeah. It's the sort of, it's definitely,
100% commitment to the bit.
Yeah, I fully admire his commitment to the bit, but, very much, that is indeed a hill they'll die on, but still, it's still got... Wait, come on. Yes!
There we go. Now I just have to not be cooked while I make it.
Ah, yes.
Now, ditto this one.
Yep. Now mentally I'm sort of going, if we have to establish a... No, that's actually a terrible idea, never mind. My brain's going, yes, given how powerful these are, if we have to establish a second, well, we can run 2 power lines, and... No. We'll be too deep by then, and, we'll have to do construction in Leviathan territory, which, Wait, we're out of titanium?
Apparently, yes.
Have we tried, checking the back of the broadsuit?
Why would I, if I've already assigned that things, because this, assuming I can stop finding all this useless gold, is likely faster. Not faster, but in the long run more efficient. There's titanium. It's because I made the second one, but that's where all the titanium's going.
And of course it connects to neither.
That's okay. I am going to need a lot more titanium power lines as well. We'll back up titanium over here.
Yep. Yeah, Frost says morning routine done and food acquired. Enjoy your fooding.
Yeah.
Touch the floor already, you dang Holt post.
Alright, hang on, this one's pulling from another source. But it's stealing power from the frickin' base! You bastard!
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Let's go into the broadsuit and sulk and breathe, but mostly breathe.
Let's have a power transmitter from this one. Next altitude it can. No, that's the base, not the power transmitter.
I think this is just going to be a problem until we connect it up.
Yeah. Now, where's the furthest light? A little closer. Since I'm heading this way. And get them both to that rock. Okay. Still got a blue line, still got a blue line, still got a blue line. No blue line. Okay, we want to hear.
You dick. Moving on. If all else fails, we might have to just unplug Outpost Gumtree.
How?
I don't know.
We'd have to disassemble Outpost Gumtree.
How the hell is it still connected?
Because the game thinks it's Outpost Gumtree we're trying to power. Except that we only have power sources connected, not another outpost, so it's getting very confused.
Yep.
I'm going to breathe, and then I'm going to gather some more titanium and gold.
Yeah, I'm thinking we might just have to, build the scanner room bit of Outpost Camelot first.
We already have.
Huh.
Remember?
We have to build we have to build out our connection from the other end?
No.
You probably turn off the gel sack.
Yeah, I'm going to set it to scan for gold and titanium outcrops.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna make a salad.
Ah yes, the salad. Ah yes, the food of the gods. No, not that one. This one doesn't require baking. Empty says they forgot their National Day was today. Don't worry. I can barely keep track of ours.
Yeah, Australia has an active debate over whether we should keep ours. Don't worry, you're in good company here. Honestly, the most sensible suggestion I've heard for the whole Australia Day debate is just to abandon any kind of connection with colonial history at all, and just move it to May 8th.
Any particular reason why that date?
Mate.
Ah! Yeah, makes sense. Sorry, May 8 basically is sort of my brain has accidentally got stuck on it as a passcode for something in a different game.
Your brain goes many places mine cannot follow.
There.
so does Fancy's, but that's an entirely different problem. Where did I leave? Prawn soup.
The frost is they don't know when their national day is.
The trick with power lines in this game is that they can effectively be, I think it's up to 100 meters apart. At least it was in the last game. But a given power source can only power one base. You cannot have your bases share power.
Yep.
Okay.
Frost says they just googled that, and now they know. Let's see if they and let's see if I remember it this time. Perhaps you will, perhaps you won't.
Ooh, thermal reactor fragments. That's titanium.
Yep.
Still got a blue line, still got a blue line, still got a blue line, still got a blue line. And no more blue line. Okay, still got a blue line, still got a blue line, still got a blue line. Hey! Blue line. Still got a blue line, still got a blue line.
Yep.
There's
I'm just
the
sort of playing a game with myself where, you know, we're trying to figure out, like, how long is this blue line going to last? I don't know.
I mean, we're within sight of the base here, so if I just kind of staple it on here upside down somehow.
It's disagreeing. We can just shove it on top of one of those shiny rocks.
Yep. This one looks convenient. Or not. That one looks convenient. Okay. This game has an interesting notion of placement. No more blue line.
Yep.
I've got 30 seconds to place the damn thing. I'd better hurry. Says that screen, does it have a blue line? If it has a blue line here, it should have a blue line there. So where was that?
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Blue line, blue line, blue line, blue line!
Yes.
We have power, 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 we have air!
Welcome aboard.
Okay.
Okay, let's plug in the expansion-y things.
Yeah. They're in the prawn soup.
Dang it! And we left it over there, didn't we?
Yes, but hey, now we have a convenient guide on how to get back.
That goes through a wall.
That's okay. The wall is surmountable.
Yes.
I mean, I appreciate that they've developed wireless power transmission. That's pretty cool.
You know what? Fair. Fair. I'm thinking, given how hard it was to, you know, build a power line like this length in non-Leviathan infested waters, we probably want an alternate power source. If we're building anything down there.
We probably will be, which means we'll probably
why'd you just swim past?
Because I need to turn off the beacon.
You mean the scanner?
Yeah, all of these HUD beacons, I need to turn those off. Should have said icons, but still.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And this one is still powered by that, so that works great.
Excellent.
Outpost Camelot is powered.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure that we found some fragments on the way that we can just scan for more titanium.
Yes.
We should... Yeah, let's drive the thing. Well, we haven't hugged the Leviathan. One hugged us.
Yeah.
Given that its stomach was, you know, on its belly and it was, you know, starfish-like, it was not exactly what we call pleasant.
Yeah. I named the Leviathans, didn't I?
Yes, it sort of was a bit of an accident how we just, it's like, we'll call this one Mordred and the other one you said was Morgana.
Yep, Mordred and Morgana.
Which results... Yep, which results in Camelot.
Yep. I don't think I decided which was which, but thinking on it, I'm going to say Mordred is the one that's camping the entrance to the deep bit. Mordred is the one that's bitten us.
Yep.
Morgana is the one sort of round the corner guarding the next step of the T-junction.
Right. Let's actually, you know, insert the thingy in. Let's see what we got. See what we're working with. Well, the power of...
I mean, we're within range of Outpost Gumtree here.
Yeah.
And... let there be cave!
Right, let's see.
Okay, so if that's
Cave
the scanner
goes
room there, and the beacon for Outpost Gumtree is there, then that cave is where Outpost Gumtree is, which means that's
Yep.
if that's Outpost
probably
Penumbra, 400 meters. There's our scanner room, so if that's Outpost Penumbra is here.
Right, so halfway between, I
Which means
guess.
that in there is Mordred, and in there is Morgana.
Right. Huh. Yep.
That look right to you?
Yeah.
Means that we really need to worry about this bit. On the bright side, this is going deeper.
Yep.
And deeper generally indicates that there's going to be thermal down there. I do need that.
Deeper usually indicates it's going to be thermal. Did we remotely check to scan for heat areas?
Not yet. Huh.
What?
I did not remember to refill my my titanium ingot for the thing, which means I can't make a recyclotron.
Have you tried, checking the big submarine we have over there?
I thought that was mostly empty at this point. That's because we used it all for bases.
Huh.
But that's okay, because this thing does have a fabricator. The fabricator can make a titanium ingot.
Right.
Problem solved.
What were you trying to get anyway in the first place?
I was trying to build a fabricator.
Okay.
Fabricator requires copper, and all my copper is in wire form, because I went, oh, that's fine. I have a recyclotron builder.
Yep. Question. What was that outcrop there that was made out of,
That's titanium.
And I'm just looking at that as like, that's a titanium outcrop. Also, there was another one we swam past on the way to the sub.
Was there?
Yep. Right there.
That's
What's that?
the sound of me being a fool.
Yep. Oh, it's another spam bot.
Thank you.
Alright. Let's deal with that mess. Into the box of oblivion you go. I cast thee into the void and,
Yeah. Okay.
Mummy's going, if you're low on resources, my brain is going, Pavi is going, if you're low on resources, Copper Mining Site has many of those, thingies. And my brain is going, also my brain going, didn't you mine those already?
Some of them. Haven't been to Copper Mine Site in a while. What is that?
I have no idea. Scanner!
Keep an eye open for Leviathans. Prawn suit propulsion arm.
Huh.
Does a prawn suit propulsion arm do what I think it does?
I don't know. Do you want me to initiate the power of Google's?
Because it sounds like a propulsion cannon and it looks like a propulsion cannon. But this is Subnautica, where if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it could quite possibly be a leviathan. So. Made the prawn suit depth module 3. Frost haven't made the sea truck module 3 yet.
Ah. Do we have enough kyanite for that?
Not sure. Depends how much kyanite I left in the sea truck. I think I may have actually spent all my kyanite.
Apparently it is a
Welcome aboard,
propulsion. Wait, no, that's Subnautica. I want below zero version. Apparently, yes, it is just a big propulsion cannon. I have no idea whether or not it works on Leviathans. I would guess no. If only because that would otherwise trivialize the entirety of how to deal with them.
Yeah, typically you have to pick something up before you can throw it, and I don't think picking up a Leviathan is going to help me very much.
No.
What did I do with my kyanite?
Thermal upgrade, prawn suit.
Oh yeah, the thermal reactor upgrade took one as well. 2 actually, so
2.
yeah.
Base of Scanny. Show me the kyanites. And or heat areas if there are any.
Okay, so there's definitely heat areas. There'll be some over here, but there'll be some...
Yep.
There should be some down in this cave, which is...
If there isn't, that's going to be that's a proposition we may have to pack some other alternate form of power.
Because I don't want to go deeper than this section of cave without a scanner room. So there's the deep bit. There's the entrance we just came in from down near Gumtree past.
There's Gumtree.
Space.
I'm technically a lot of heat areas up, but not down.
I mean, the scanner room has to work.
True.
Remember that it detects them at a rate of about 1 every 5 to 10 seconds. So...
Yep.
Give it some time to think.
Yes. If there's lasts about a minute without anything appearing...
I heard a beep. It's got to pick up 3 from Gumtree before it gets anywhere. Plus all the ones it's picking up from... What's that up there? This is why having all... Even though it gets cluttery, this is why having all of your outpost beacons on can sometimes be helpful, because you can track...
It's not... Yeah.
Where things are.
Yeah. So, which way was those?
Those heat areas. One of our bases just ran out of power.
I fully expect it's the bioreactor one.
Yeah, that would be outpost flytrap, I think.
Yeah.
So if we're here...
Hey, Bit!
Hey, Pete.
This. Hey, Piss.
This is the edge of Outpost Flytrap's area of operations.
Yep.
Numbers there.
That area appears unexploited, but...
Unexploited and unexplored, because if that's the scanner...
No, it might just be, you know, the bit that you said you fell in with the broad suit that you found the other stuff in.
Could be. I would have thought we were a bit too far south for that.
Huh.
Because look, we're here, right?
Yeah.
We have to go north from there to the deep bit where we come in, and that's the opposite way to those. He just says those are between these two entry points. So what's there?
I don't know. Hammy is now tempted to just, you know, grab the prod suit and just jump over there for a quick jaunt because... And just let this thing scan for more heat areas. Because, hey, who knows? We might find more alien stuff down there. And, you know, alien stuff is plot, apparently.
I think we've explored most of the alien stuff, but yeah, I'm curious as to where that is too.
Shall we? You know, quick trip?
I see a narrow cave entrance there. Because that looks to me very much like a hole.
Yep.
I see a narrow entrance there that could be some kind of hole.
Dumb
We'll have to go
question.
through
Would that be
Gumtree to
copper
get-
mining?
Copper mining sites is maybe sea base there. Let me position at the scanner room. A line for copper mining. It could be the deep end of copper mining site.
Ah, in which case we would have explored it.
No, because we turned back, remember? Because we decided to leave that till later because it was all twisty and confusing and we didn't have enough air because we hadn't got any of the upgrades yet and we didn't have the drill arm.
Ah.
We didn't go back to copper after that, not to explore that end.
Let's go have a look at copper. See if... Just leave this thing on because apparently it lasts forever and we can just take the mining thing because we cannot fit the sea truck into it. The door won't let us, I don't think.
No. I think that there's a way it's remotely possible, but I do not want to spend half an hour trial and erroring to find out. I am, however, just going to offload all of my stuff, TM.
Yep.
Not
We only
sorting
have
all
one
of
beacon left. Get some more.
them. Yeah, those are copper and titanium. I'll empty the prawn
Oh
suit,
right,
too.
if we're going into copper mining, we should probably, you know, empty out the prawn suit.
Yeah, I thought that was part and parcel of the plan. You had to figure that out separately?
Not really, it's just that, you know, my brain had a sort of slight hiccup with
your
a
brain had to
idea.
catch up, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the opposite of bio to put the uraninite in the bioreactor box, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
Nope, that objects. I miss being
Yep.
able to build things in the Cyclops, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, if I take 2 titanium...
Remember, here's the thing. You could just, grab some copper as well, and then just turn them into,
Oh yeah, I'll have to get copper and
Beacon.
titanium to make beacons anyway.
because beacons are good and useful.
Yes, they are.
Because, yeah, I'm just thinking, I wouldn't care if, it was something that, took a module slot of the range in the scanner room. If we could just have a thing in there that was like, yes, here are the beacons, and here are, the other scanner rooms. Sure, I'd trade out a chunk of range for it, but that would be amazing. And yes, we did count up to 15 bases earlier.
Mainly because I need that many scanner rooms. The attached base is secondary.
Yeah.
Just
Because otherwise we... Oh, right. Don't forget. Probably pick up, the chest of super chestness.
Ah, yes.
Where is the
there.
chest of... Yeah. This is why we probably should keep track of that thing.
Yes, it takes up a storm suit space, but... Okay.
Honestly, it's, enough extra slots that, it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's Gumtree's heat areas? We were searching for the other one, right?
Gumtree was
right?
the fastest way up.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll just have to run the gamut past those friendly neighborhood leviathans. Chelicerates, I believe, both of them.
I'm just thinking, great. And then it was followed by, at least it's not the Shadow Leviathans.
Charge me up, please.
You're already full.
Because remember that 100% just means I have spent 5 power or less out of the total 500.
Okay, that's fair. By the power of uppies.
Yep. We are now in danger area. In more or less this direction. I'm going to see if I can stumble across the entrance that I saw disappearing it down from above.
Right.
By hugging the seafloor. If I can't, then I will go in through the other end of copper.
Right.
Really should name the other leviathans as well, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I'm just thinking, why... I really... You know what? I'm gonna search this up. Because I fully... Part of me is going, there should be... The community should have created one where they named all the Leviathans like Sammy the Safety Leviathan.
Sammy the Safety Reaper, yeah.
Safety Reaper, yeah.
Because last game the fan base had named them all long before I got to them. I'm out of range, I've lost the beacon.
Ah.
So I'll just head straight for the entrance to copper.
Probably. Yeah. Apparently they have yet to actually come to a consensus, I think.
Hey, that means that Mordred and Morgana are now effectively official. Well, fan community official, because no one else has beaten me to it. If I have another set of Leviathans that come in pairs... But hang on, I think there's 2 Chelicerates orbiting around those garden Leviathan things, aren't there?
Seek fluid intake.
Because we dodged
Hang on,
one, then dodged the other, so I think there's 2.
Nope, all the Chelicerae bar the Void Chelicerae, whatever they are, have been named already.
Ah. The Void Chelicerates, I believe, are what show up when you go outside the area.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking of naming that pair Bill and Ben.
No.
Part of me is tempted to name a pair of Leviathans B1 and B2. It's a lot less scary when you're dodging children's television shows. What do you know? It was in here.
Huh.
Plenty of stuff in here. Wouldn't be a bad spot for a base. Except that, you know, not now.
Probably creature egg.
Creature egg.
Yep, so apparently this is... yeah, oh yeah, this is the other end of copper. My brain is going, mark it down later on for later use.
Maybe. If I can find another entrance, that's the key. Because right now I've just found a cave full of volcanoes.
Right.
Which, yes, very good place to run thermal power lines from. I can't get in or out. Right, there's a cave. Right. There's a cave. Right. 50 meters. Are you kidding me? That's where the back end leads if you go deep enough. If you go through the volcanoes, you get to copper. That's right, I originally recall we stopped exploring this area. That's right, we didn't have a prawn suit, so we found that cave, started exploring it, and then went, oh, this place is full of volcanoes. Let's not.
Yep. Yep. Well, we're near Hammond if we need water, so might as well.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
It probably says something that my first reaction to the nightmare cave full of volcanoes was, I should build a base here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yep. It says, Frost says those Chelicerae are emotional support Chelicerae, and Empty said that next time they catch up, we're gonna have, what, 20 plus bases?
Probably. We're looking at building about at least another one, possibly another 2 this stream alone.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Pitt says, well, we're Australians, so hot places like volcanoes must feel like home to us.
Australia doesn't have many actual volcanoes. It's not active ones.
Yeah, it's kind of does a number on our, for the interior, for the soil fertility, because this place has been geologically dead for ages.
Yeah. Australia's lack of volcanoes is actually a problem. It's most accurate to say that Australia, despite being incredibly hot, does not have enough volcanoes. There's a strange sentence for you.
Yeah, and there's the other thought of, we are so geologically stable, but we get earthquakes occasionally.
Technically, we pick up New Zealand's earthquakes. We get caught in the splash radius for New Zealand's earthquakes, if you want to be very technical about it.
Though, there was that entire incident of, suddenly, there was a volcano, not volcano, earthquake that originated from inside Australia.
Yeah, we're still not quite sure how that one worked out, but...
are we going to actually go to Copper and,
I just went through Copper.
Oops, sorry. I missed that because I was too busy searching for, what's their names? That type. What's Leviathan's names? Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, incidentally, I've got a Chelicerator that's a neighbour just up here in the in the hot area. What's that one called?
Is it the East Arctic or Purple Vents one?
Purple Vents.
Jody.
Jody! My neighbour is called Jody. Good to know.
Yep. I think... Yeah, this post was something like 3 years ago, and apparently they never sort of finished it.
We don't need to go through Copper right now. We've satisfied our curiosity. Right now I'm more concerned with Camelot than Copper.
Yeah, I was thinking of going through Copper mostly because, well, have we mined everything there was my main mental question.
No, we haven't. Mine is, do we need to?
So we got the titanium, we got the copper. Yeah. Now I've got, diggy hole in my head as we go downwards.
Of course you do.
Yep. Because, yeah, it is very appropriate because we found diamonds, we found ruby, we found gold. So, let's go see if there's any heat areas down there. No, from the looks of it.
At least none within range of this scanner room.
Yep.
Welcome aboard,
Yep,
Captain.
that's looking less than great. Where are Mordred and Morgana? There's Mordred, chilling.
Yep.
Does Morgana feel like playing ball today?
No idea. Apparently not. We'll need the depth module anyway, so... Is there any nearby kyanite?
Let's take a look.
It says, this place has chill music.
A lot of the music in Subnautica is quite chill, which is always suspicious, because it's lying.
There.
Still just Mordred. Okay.
Morgana might actually be, patrolling on the, far side there.
One kyanite already.
Huh.
I need...
There's 2.
sea truck
How much do we
module.
need?
2.
2 and 3 nickel.
A lot of this kyanite looks like it's going to be inside Mordred's patrol area.
Might have to bring the prawn suit or something like that just to... Actually, or, I'd just bring the entire submarine because it's a giant, box of safety.
Yeah. And unlike the prawn suit, I can de-aggro Mordred and Morgana if I leave the controls.
Yeah. My brain has now presented me the question of, do we want to just bring the front?
I was thinking exactly the same thing. Because if I just turn it round...
If Ross says they were also about to ask the exact same thing. And Frost also says, oh, so you think you can relax because the music here is chill? Here, have a Shadow Leviathan.
Potential issue.
What?
If I have no modules, I auto-eject. So I need a module.
Which module do you think we'll take best? I was thinking...
I'm not currently using the teleporter module for much.
True. Dummy module, I guess, in that case.
I'm trying not to take anything I can't afford to lose.
Right.
Because Mordred can kill me. Mordred can kill me shockingly easy. In fact, she's already tried.
Yep. You know. Yeah. Yep. We do know the jukebox is in the base thing. It's just that well, we did one stream and they muted the VOD, so
Yeah, they muted pretty much the whole thing. You know what? I have an idea. This geothermal plant can keep us running for a nice long while.
you set the other one to scan for leviathans because that one can actually detect.
Exactly, and I'm going to do it by going around Mordred's territory.
Yeah. We have the boost button, right?
Yeah. Also note that with
and
only
if we're
one more...
if we're bypassing near Hammond, we could, just stop by to just recharge the batteries a bit.
Yeah, we could. Also, note that without all the modules on, this thing is basically handling like a sea glide. Not a sea glide, a sea moth. From Subnautica 1.
We want to also pick up the nickel.
Yeah, we'll grab the nickel. We'll need it. I have that at Hammond as well. Right now I'm not even looking for how it's looking for the way out. Here's an exit.
Yep, will do. Oh, shut up, Squid Shark.
You electrocute me, I electrocute you. That's the deal. I have ion power cells, buddy. I've got electricity to burn.
Besides, we're going to recharge station. We could literally burst you down and then basically not worry about it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'll also pick up the plasteel ingot while I'm here. That I'll need. Alright.
We're gonna have to get the titanium biodisc constructing lockers, methinks.
Why do I have these in the nickel locker?
I don't know, but we definitely don't have enough nickel right now. I love the fact that we just opened the nickel. Yes, we know the power's going down rapidly.
It's because it's trying to charge. Yeah, it's nighttime and it's trying to charge an ion power cell.
And honestly, we don't give that much of a damn. We can probably just go and deconstruct some lockers or whatever.
Ah. That explains it. It's nighttime, and at some point we let it run down to the point it started drawing power from the bioreactor. At which point
we could,
we
have so many trees here.
Now, the thing is, bioreactor is supposed to be a backup power source, not the primary power source, so...
It'll keep this thing running-ish. And we can just eat the rest.
I need
water content or whatever.
Okay.
Right. If we need more titanium, we can just, go into the... Because I remember there was some spare closets downstairs that were empty completely.
There's the ingots. I knew I had some somewhere. Oh, and I have 1 kyanite.
Huh.
How's my lithium? Low, but I have enough for this.
Yep.
Nickel, I believe, is also found at depth. The main thing I'll need is a modification station.
Hmm.
Pete asks, do you think any of the Subnautica plants actually taste good? According to the descriptions, the salad does, but that's it.
Ah. Apparently, around in the crystal area, which is here, we can find nickel. Apparently.
Yes. We found our previous supplies of nickel here.
Yep.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, there's some kyanite up there.
Huh.
Assuming it's outside the rock this time.
Press X to doubt.
It's spawned on that terrain in there, hasn't it?
Probably. You got the propulsion can. Can you aim through that gap?
Nope, because I couldn't see it. I only knew it was there because I had the beacon. And now it seems to...
Okay.
I was out of range. Zoom back this way a little, and there's the beacons. It's right on the 500 meter mark from Outpost Camelot.
Yep. Turn around again. Okay. That must be the Shadow Leviathan going in and out of range then.
There's the Shadow Leviathan.
Yep.
Yeah, there's one down there.
Yep.
One there. And that's Outpost Camelot, which means that's Mordred.
Oh. Yep, that's Mordred.
Over there, near the kyanite. I'm not seeing Morgana.
Nope, Morgana's the one down there.
Could be. I'm gonna leave this one running.
Yeah.
I probably will have to turn it off at some point because it's burning reactor rods, but honestly, it just seems safer to know where the Leviathans are.
Fair.
That's why Leviathans are scannable, I think.
Yeah.
To avoid those instances of surprise Reaper that plagued me through my first run of Subnautica 1.
Oh god, now every time it's like surprise Reaper, it goes to, you know, Cyclops. It goes immediately to Cyclops, and then yes, the devs had to patch out the solar charging module.
Yep. As it turns out that you're not supposed to make your deep sea submersible solar powered.
Well, I think they would just as, you know.
It's very difficult to operate it in the depths if you make it solar powered.
Oh no, I think they made it solar power as, you know, just a recharge method, but it just encouraged people to have them on the surface.
Exactly.
How look at the... Theoretically speaking, there is no limit.
But I think
Practically speaking...
I think that movement speed drops to 0 after you put a certain number of modules on it, because it has a speed reduction penalty per module.
I think also, theoretically, after a while it stops showing, but, you know... You keep moving forward. Are you moving forward at a speed? Really?
I mean, technically, 1 kilometer per year is a speed.
Yep.
Right. Entering Leviathan territory. Beacon on Mordred.
Yep.
Who is continuing his patrol route. Her patrol route, I keep. Gendered names on Leviathans that are all technically female is. I mix up my pronouns sometimes. There she is. Today's patrol route takes her up and around.
Yeah.
Just pick the safest point in the patrol route. That's the key.
Yeah. Pit says they need some sort of booster module. Why can't use that's just a jet engine?
Technically, that's handled by an upgrade, the Sea-Truck Afterburner, and I have that installed. There she goes. Mordred goes deep around under that rock. Swims up and out along the rest of the patrol route. And now I think is probably the safest time to go get that kyanite. There's Morgana's beacon.
I think we got the kyanite we needed.
Yep. Okay, now we just
need any more now.
I don't think so, but we do need nickel.
Yep.
Oh, I suspect Mordred heard me.
We appear to be fine.
No, it's because I swam out of range of Penumbra.
Ah.
Shadow Leviathan there. Shadow
Yep,
Leviathan
we're fine.
there. Thought Morgana was moving for a moment.
Remember, Morgana is far deeper than, Mordred.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Nickel.
Oh. Alright, that's the patrol route. Mordred, don't scare me like that.
The Leviathans sorted their job.
What
Anyway,
does it take to build a modification station? Computer chip, diamond,
Lead,
and lead.
diamond.
Never mind, I'll do it on the surface.
Yep, and where is the nickel? Wait, hang on. Turn round!
Son of a...
It's all up there?!
It's up in the sea monkey caves.
The bastards! I'm not going to complain too hard because it could have been, next to the Leviathans, but still. Alright, let's take the car. Probably going to have to go up to the modification station anyway.
Yeah. Okay, where are we?
I love how, we said, yes, nickel, it'll be deep!
Nope.
Turns out it's just all, here.
Yeah. Subnautica throwing me one last gentle fuck you. Subnautica loves proving me wrong.
There we go, there's one at least.
Now, if I want to be auto-ejected, neat trick. It auto-ejects if it detects you're inclined too much. Because the interior isn't built for that, apparently.
Right.
Rain! Pick up the stupid nickel ore.
Frost calls it rage bait nickel ore. Our inventory is full. Great.
I eat a salad and the problem is solved. Now where did that nickel ore go? Clipped through a... Come on! Rage bait nickel ore indeed. I'm back at the rage bait nickel.
Right, our inventory's full. Let's go, actually upgrade the sea truck.
Yeah. We'll have to take the depth module out anyway, so we'd have to do it on the surface.
Yep. Unfortunately, we cannot do, what we did, in the Cyclops and the other game.
No, because the sea truck will die too fast.
Yep. I remember that one was, okay, we'll take it out, we'll, repair, we'll upgrade it, then we'll run back and shove it back in and then do repairs. And then when we did it, we discovered we didn't actually need to do repairs.
Because we did it really fast. We optimized.
Yep.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh god, now I'm just reminded of, some of the, speedrunning tricks that they have optimized for.
Night.
Oh well. Yeah, one of the speedrunning tricks that because I remember for things like, GoldenEye, I think it was GoldenEye, of the older games, but one of the speedrunning optimizations was, how do you put it, a piece of tape. As in sticky tape.
What did you do with this tape?
You put it on the screen. Because it was a very old game that did not have crosshairs.
So part of the speedrunning optimization strats was to put crosshairs on your screen.
Yes!
Huh.
So you could, actually aim.
Well, if it sounds stupid, but it works.
There's another one which was the Fireboy and Water Girl Flash games.
Haven't even heard of those.
It was usually a game where basically one character controls by WASD, one character controls by the arrow keys. But yeah, essentially each one would die to the opposite element, But what happened was essentially it got to the point where a good chunk of time save could be done because you had to manually click each level with the mouse. So if you moved the mouse over to over the place where the level layout, because it was fixed layout, would appear after the loading screen, like during the loading screen, you could essentially save several seconds by insta-clicking once it loaded. Instead of, over the course of the run by, instead of moving the mouse over. So how did people, keep, track of where all the levels were? Where all the gems that were essentially level select was?
I'm guessing Sharpie?
Not quite. All they did was they essentially, over their monitor, they would, have sticky tape to the top of it, a piece of, thin white paper. And then literally trace out the, level configuration before starting. Each of the locations, so it's like, as you go along in the speedrun, because you can see through the, thin white paper if you turn your brightness up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loading screen is black. Except for the mouse.
So you can see.
So essentially, it's like
highlight the thing you want.
Yeah, essentially, the thing that I want will be loaded in here. So I move the mouse there.
Okay. We said we were going to need an alternate power source.
Yeah, probably, because, looking at it, it was, you know... I didn't see any heat areas down there, did you?
No, I did not. And I am absolutely fucked if I'm going to try and run a power line past Mordred. She wouldn't like it.
The other thought I had was, we could... It's like, if it gets long enough, we might have to end up running a power line through past Morgana as well, and,
No.
No!
Allow me to...
One's hard!
Allow me...
theoretically possible in the sense of, if we have to do it, we will just suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah.
Two, no!
Allow me to rephrase. If running a power line past Mordred is a no, running it past Mordred and then Morgana is a fuck no.
Yep.
Otherwise, I think I'm done here for now. Unless I need power supply materials. What am I going to make?
I'm thinking we could go nuclear or bioreactor, either or.
Because I certainly cannot do anything in the... I can't do either of the...
We can't do solar underground.
We can't do solar underground. Not even just because of there's caves over the top or anything, but just because it's too deep.
I love how it's like, because it's too deep. And the caves? Oh yeah, and the caves.
No, I mean, Subnautica doesn't track whether or not it's in direct sunlight. It only tracks depth. Depth directly translates into efficiency percentage down to 200 meters.
May I remind you of that time we tried to set up solar panels inside the architect cave on the surface?
I still don't know why that didn't work. I mean, in the real world, I'd know why it wouldn't work, but in Subnautica, I don't know why it failed.
Yep. Thermal plant would be nice, but we have no guarantees of it down there, and, quite frankly, I'm not willing to bet on it.
Me neither.
So... yeah, once again, we're down to nuclear, which is, you know, lead intensive, or bioreactor.
Which is... it burns through things quick.
Yeah.
Neither of those are infinitely replenishable. I mean, I suppose if resources do respawn in below zero, they're both technically replenishable, but
because
you know what I mean? They run out. They run out is the problem.
Yeah, we got huge piles of uranite right now. What's our lead supply looking like?
I think there was a piece in the prawn suit. Because I emptied the lead supply, making you reactor
and we don't
rods.
usually collect it. Yeah, and you don't usually collect it because you don't usually do reactor stuff.
No, Outpost, Outpost Penumbra was the first nuclear plant I've ever made in a Subnautica game. I don't typically like using nuclear. Seems like kind of an irresponsible thing to leave lying around on 4546B.
If you want to do bioreactor, you're gonna have to, you know...
Bioreactor only really sustains when I'm there and I'm feeding things into it. Because once I leave, if I leave the scanner room running, it'll power down in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, so it's either, you know, go on a lead expedition and it just accept that you're gonna have to do nuclear, or... Why you agonize over that? I'm gonna go and,
What are the ingredients for a bioreactor?
I'm gonna go get food while you agonize over that.
I'm not agonizing, I'm making bioreactor. Wiring.
Okay.
Oh no, where am I possibly going to get a wiring kit?
Okay, I'm back. What are you looking for?
A cave. I went slightly the wrong way, and I've lost the sea monkey cave entrances. I nearly...
Oops.
Yeah, I went out towards Outpost Gumtree to come in from the top, but the Chelicate screamed at me, so I'm going the other way. Here we go. Cave entrance.
Yep.
Heading for... I'm heading down this way. Heading from the Deep Bit 2 and Outpost Camelot via Maida's Sea Base.
Right. And Frost says they will ask about if we thought about the thing that with the...
That you DM'd me about. I have been thinking about it while I've been mucking about down here. I'll likely have an answer for you sometime tonight, but...
What, not going with Fancy's suggestion?
It's one of the things I'm mulling over.
Oh boy, my brain is provided me with the words. It's a brilliant suggestion, what could possibly go wrong?
Would you like me to answer chronologically or alphabetically?
What are you doing here? Oh right. Hang on a moment, how many corals do we have for the scanner room?
I brought the ingredients for the wrong thing. I had forgotten which locker was empty. Whoops. Clearly, I am very good at my job.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, now I will go back to the surface, and instead of bringing the materials for another bioreactor, I will bring the materials for a scanner room.
We got the titanium and the copper, I'm pretty sure. So,
It's really the table coral we need.
yeah.
We've also got the gold, I think.
Yeah, do we have the magnetite? Because...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Not
'Cause,
with
yeah,
us,
the,
but yes. I'll have to go and get that too.
Yep.
But if I go in here...
Because if we're going for a scanner, remember scanner room upgrades and all that. We got copper, yes?
Yep. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to offload all of these in here. Bioreactor fuel.
Yep. I'm just thinking, yeah, we got infinite bioreactor fuel, but it's one of those things that we...
I've got a gold. Copper. Titanium. Two copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll need more titanium because I'll need to build a multi-purpose room to put the
Yeah.
thing in. I'll need, where was it? The gold. What? The gold. What did I pick up? An ion cube. Okay. And I'll need titanium and quartz for a hatch to get into the bloody thing.
Yep.
Which means that what I really need is the table coral and a lot of titanium.
Yep.
Oh, I had more beacons in there.
Ah.
Okay. Quick check. Where's the metal salvage? I'm assuming up, but where
Yeah.
up?
Way up.
I think that's almost physically off. I think that's literally through the roof, actually. That's why it's not
Yeah.
showing up as a point of light.
I'm thinking, yeah, it's probably, you know, the, one of the, crash sites.
Hmm. Not going all the way back up there. Where's the nearby magnetite? Some just out there, that's nice.
I'm just thinking we'll have to go up anyway for the coral.
Yeah. What about mineable titanium? How's the prawn suit? Right.
Do so, which I don't know why you have.
Because I... Oh wait, I won't be on the surface, so I can't turn it into water. So I will eject the salt once I've finished mining this titanium.
Yep.
Walks.
Got so much glass already.
It's not for glass, it's for hatches. Oh, hello.
I think he's guarding that. Let's not.
Multiple sources of danger, I'm keeping an eye on one at the same time. Passing Leviathan Pass. Don't seem to be the rock puncher's primary concern right now. Sorry. This is the most dangerous mining I think I've ever done.
There. Now, if I think for the coral bit.
Yeah.
You got magnetite back at Hammond, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just thinking we could build the scanner room upgrades there.
That's what I was going to do.
Yep.
Step 1 is to get back to Hammond.
aboard, Captain.
Ah yes, the old tradition that is eat a tree.
Yep. Now I need to open organics for a table coral.
How many tables? Do we want to bring multiple?
Probably a good idea at this point. I'm going to need to build several scanner rooms down there. Then I'm going to need... more magnetite and... Tell me I thought that far.
You've got to bring the copper, didn't you?
Yep.
Is there any in the base?
Nope. Guess we're
Dang.
building down there.
Wait, I have an idea. Terrible. Infinite battery glitch.
It'd be quicker and easier just to build them at the other end.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Got the table coral.
Yep.
We've got plentiful titanium. We've got a non-zero quantity of copper, magnetite, lithium.
Yep. Oh, so for aside from getting resources, do we have any goals? Yes, we're trying to go downstairs, but we're trying to get, you know, enough stuff to, you know, build a scanner room downstairs.
Yeah.
Because Leviathans be scary, yo, and we want to know where they are. And we want to, you know, have a map of downstairs so we don't wander around lost while, you know, Leviathans are around.
Precisely.
Okay. Right, from what I can see, stream's still doing fine, but there's technical difficulties over the Discord in terms of the streaming.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, I can hear things, but I can't, you know, get, visuals.
Hang on. What's Discord doing? Error is not on my end, according to Discord, so...
Huh. Wait, it's started up again. Yeah, I think it's... Yep, start up again. Okay. Weirdness.
Could it potentially be that your moderation computer is old and crap?
No, I'm talking about, like, it was, you know, the Discord stream, you know, the one that's live to me, it's not delayed by the stream.
Oh, I thought you were watching that on your moderation computer. And wait,
No.
It'd have to be, because you're communicating to me through the main computer, so that would be where Discord is. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest, at this stage. Miscommunication.
Oh. Yep.
Okay. 5 for the scanner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes a multi-purpose room. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes a reactor. Okay. I'll need another quartz and a titanium. I'll offload some beacons.
Yep.
Because 2 beacons will do. I'll need another titanium.
Yep.
And one of those quartzes will make a hatch. There's me table coral. Okay. I'm now equipped for base building.
Right, I'm gonna go exit and re-enter the call again and see if that fixes the Discord issue.
Sure.
It's sort of starting and stopping.
Sure. Again, if that's not on my end. My end says full bars, everything good, so...
I got the music and the visuals has turned into, you know, the 2 Discord loading squares.
Oh, crap. Okay. How much damage do those Leviathans even deal to the prawn suit? A lot.
Yeah. Why? No, it's not enough to kill you instantly, but it's enough to basically make the next one lethal.
Yeah, the Leviathans will kill anything in 2 bites, including the player. And I don't mean the player avatar here, Robin. I mean, the 2 bites from one of those will kill me, if they can find me.
Yep. Okay, and we...
Before we head out...
We have some visuals again. Yep.
Before we head out...
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Mordred. Time to play.
Yep. We have to find our way towards Morgana. Ish. Which wall should we be hugging? Right wall or left wall in this case?
Right.
Right, okay.
Do we fit? Yes, we fit. But that... What? Hi, Mordred. No, wrong button.
Yeah, I don't think we quite fit through that gap. I think it might be a length issue.
Okay, now I have to reverse out, which is awkward because there's no reverse camera on this thing.
I think we fit when we were shorter because, you know, we could go flat, but...
That looks wider, even though I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think it might have been, you know, the fact that basically it was a very short bit to the wall in the back.
Well, we're fitting flush against the wall now.
Yep.
So I'm just going to wait for Mordred to go away.
Yep.
I like Mordred, but that doesn't mean I want to feed him. Her brain.
Yep.
I like... There she is. I like Mordred, but I don't want to feed her. Swims up. Swims past there. Straight forward. And go deep. Deep, 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 deep. And afterburner, 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 afterburner. Away from the patrol route, away from the patrol route, away from the patrol route, away from the patrol route. Has Morgana started moving yet?
You know, what's...
Okay, let's climb a little and wait.
I'm just thinking, what's that thing on the right? It looks impressive.
Thing on the right. More of the crystal formations.
Hang on, check the voice lines. Alan's. What are the 3 locations he said that he was familiar with?
That was what? Back down here somewhere?
Yeah. Dang it. Nope, we gone past because we haven't met Alan yet. There's them, yeah, Robin and Alan yelling at each other. Ah yes, person. Sam's Nicolais, Prawn. Alan being confused about that. Endings. Beta. Alan versus Dreams.
Alan versus the jukebox.
Alan versus Bodies.
Yeah.
Boom, my body component.
Visualize location. Hazy, a stark surface landscape, dangerously cold curved spurs stretch to the sky. We know that one.
Yep. Found that one.
Alan versus memory.
Large crystal formations.
Shielded by perhaps amongst large crystal formations, yes. So there's a third body component somewhere around here.
Yep. God damn, we're gonna have to spend more time in these caves, aren't we?
I suspect it may be down there past Morgana. Because that's how these games usually flow, isn't it? Put all of the Leviathans between you and what you're trying to get to.
Yep.
Still, neither of them seem to be aggroed right now, and I think, is that...
Other. Don't they usually dump these things in significant areas?
Depends on what they're dumping. Massive quartz mine.
Bring up the map, please. Okay, that. Is there a path through those formations? No, it does not look like it.
Looks like... Actually, that's water. I can see a cave entrance. That's a cave through there. Remember, this is off the... That's the edge of the map. This is a very short-range map.
Right.
But...
Yeah, because those... It's just that the crystals were large and my brain went, huh. Very loudly at me.
Yeah. But, I mean, the whole biome is covered in purple crystals that large, so...
Yeah. Rumble, rumble.
Okay.
Oh, come on, please stop slideshowing. I need to look around! And there we've gone back to blue squares. Great.
I mean, I've got the full depth modules, Frost.
Yeah. Right, plan B. We can look around using the power of laggy Twitch.
Okay. Keeping an eye on Morgana. Yep, Morgana just disappeared. I can't tell if that's because I was out of range or because
The patrol takes her out of range.
Nope, right where
Yes.
I left you.
So if it comes down to it,
Oh, crap.
what?
Edge of range for Outpost Penumbra.
Ooh, yeah, because we might have to build a scanner here for this.
Because this is what Outpost Camelot was for, but I forgot that before I got past Mordred.
Well,
Whoops. Okay, so we have a choice. Either
yep.
we go back... I mean, we have a choice of three. Choice one, we go back to Outpost Camelot past Mordred and set up that scanner to find the Leviathans. Option
Here's
two...
the thing, when we were testing, here's the problem. When we were testing, Camelot could only detect Mordred, not Morgana.
Ooh, good catch.
It was a setup that we attempted, but failed. Because the problem was, Penumbra is actually deeper than Camelot.
Which means that our two options are either Since running off outpost...
Your inventory's already full.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so if running off Camelot alone is not an option, that leaves
because
the option
Camelot is
of...
a little bit too far up
Yeah.
to detect Morgana.
Okay.
And Penumbra
So-
is too far out to detect it for long.
Yeah. And I left my salad in the prawn soup. Option 1 is to build another scanning base here.
Yep.
Option 2 is to go in blind and build one on the other end of Morgana's territory.
Because here's the thing. When I was looking at the naming Leviathans thing, there wasn't 2 Shadow Leviathans. There was 4.
Oh, fuck. They're in the next biome, aren't they?
Probably.
Subnautica, why do you do this to me?
Yeah, so basically, bypassing Morgana is no guarantee of a safe space.
Oh, I'm assuming there are no safe spaces down here.
Yeah, and because right now, from what I can tell, we are apparently in a small gap between Morgana and Mordred's territories.
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, so this might be a safe space in the sense of they don't patrol here normally.
I wasn't even at the controls. I take no responsibility for that fish.
I'm thinking an idea might be to, just sort of inch forward slowly and see if there's anything better a short distance away, but if not, we might just have to set up a scanner here because going in blind, without a map is,
Difficult, dangerous, likely lethal?
yeah.
Alright. What do we name this base?
Oh, I was thinking, we basically go forward a little bit and just,
Well, Morgana's off the screen. This is as far as we go.
hang on, is there any crystal? Turn around. Oh, you were swimming backwards towards, Because, yeah, I was just thinking, we just go past those crystal, that little arch formed by the crystals? Yeah, we just swim a little bit further out there just and sort of have a look around. As in, like, literal player stays in the same spot, we look around with the screen.
Trouble is, I don't know when Morgana spawns. Not just as a floating point, but as an actual entity.
Right. Is that area in the crystals sheltered enough for a base?
What do you mean sheltered enough for a base?
Not sure. Unknown. Great. Okay, right. Looks like we're building just on the edge.
What do you mean
here.
by sheltered enough for a base? I don't understand.
Yeah, I was thinking of Leviathan size and, can we park there safely?
I don't know if we can park over there safely. We can park here safely, and it's close enough.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, with bases, it doesn't really matter how enclosed the area is, as long as you've got room for everything you're building.
Right.
Because I don't think most enemies can do damage to bases.
Seek fluid intake.
Right.
spawned as a moving point yet.
Hey, there's a pile of down here.
Yeah. Bunch of down here. Which means that I should be able to fit a multi-story base in if I want to. I don't want to right now, just planning for the future, because I can put in a reinforcement basement. It's not like I'm short on titanium.
Right.
Since nothing spawned, I'll bring the prawn suit and sea truck down closer.
Yep.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And you mocked my idea of a tower.
I honestly cannot see anything.
Ah,
Discord's being stupid again.
right.
I suppose this is one way to basically keep me from being bored. Keep me stuck troubleshooting this stupid thing.
I thought you'd switch to the Twitch stream.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Right. Knew I was forgetting something. Lithium. That's what I was forgetting.
I think it's in the other side.
Yeah, let there be lithium.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Where did I put the... Right. Got my order of operations badly wrong here.
At least there's stuff to scan nearby for extra titanium.
Yeah.
Power restored. All primary systems online. Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated. Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Most titanium efficient but labor intensive way of doing base operations.
Yes. Why are you trying to go up? You're on top floor.
Oh.
I'm thinking, let's just, you know, grab the, what was it? The, things that... the magnetite and the thing, and basically just have a look at the map for now.
Yeah. Yeah. I just also need enough titanium to make the ladder.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I also need a salad.
Yep.
No, that's going to be a very inconvenient matter. Yep, I'll need the magnetite. And another 2 copper. Should be easy enough, it's on the sea truck. Oh, and you. Pete is correct, the base did have a bit of a water problem, a bit of storm and flood damage there. Fortunately, A, I'm trained to deal with storm and flood damage, and B, it's just that I'd forgotten to put in the reinforcement basement. That has now been corrected. Let there be caves. Ta-da! The hell else was I going to put there? It's me. Whoa, I think the potato went a bit robotic there. So there's the scanner room. There's, good, it's found Morgana. Question is, within the scanning area, does it find anyone else? Hmm. Give me a moment. Discord is being picky. I may have to juggle some things around on OBS. Some HUD elements may appear, disappear, we may be muted for a bit. Tell me if Morgana moves, how about that? Okay. I have found the problem. My VPN and Discord have picked a fight. So what I am going to have to do is turn the VPN off. Unfortunately, that's going to require an OBS restart. Given that we have a very impressive new map space to explore, on which I still can't find any more Leviathans. Also, it is 9:03. Yeah. Fragments? Where can we find fragments down here? Oh, right, the prawn suit arms. Ah, very bright. but I'm just going to go back to the scanner room and
Welcome
take a
aboard,
look.
Captain.
Multiple deeper sections of cave system. If we follow the wall from the scanner room, to there, that drops down into these caves. Okay, if I'm reading this right, there. You see how it kind of tapers off there? I think that might be a sign that there's a deeper area off the map. Which means that I'd have to go on the scanner room to the deeper caves, and then deeper still. So I definitely need at least one more scanner room, likely more. Yeah, so we're we're gonna have more work to do. Thankfully, all of that right now is future Horse's problem. Because right now, all present Horse needs to do is name the base. Morgana guards the deep lore. She does indeed, Spud. Okay. Trying to move well. I need to not freeze. That's very important. Do not freeze. The crystal formations are Morganite crystals. They inspired, ultimately, Outpost Camelot. You know what thought occurred to me?
Seek fluid intake.
Not that one, PDA. No, I have an idea. I'll name it in honor of the Discord crash. I could do a theme naming for various locations from the Arthurian myth cycle. It's possible. Um, need more copper.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I'm just going to throw some basic things onto this. I'm thinking a fabricator and a source of fuel for the bioreactor, so I'm going to throw a bunch of plant pots. A good a place as any to put the frost fast plants. Not quite steady, but it'll do. Right. One new blueprint for propulsion cannon. Computer chip, titanium, magnetite, lithium. Easy enough, but I'm not making it down here. Let me have a look. I had thought of something to build. What was it? Ah, that was it. Titanium copper wire aerogel. Copper wire. Got the titanium. No, I don't. Got the aerogel. That'll do as titanium. I'll just need to stop off at this box. Collect those two.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, titanium. That's what I was going to build next. A that'll do for now. I'm going to fill it with other things. My lowest level is my reinforcement basement, which is also my generator room. Then I've got my scanning room, which is also going to wind up being something of a planning space. At the top at the moment is things I need quick access to, like storage, food. This floor is probably ultimately going to wind up being storage and fabrication. I'll likely move storage down. And the scanning room, if I wind up putting any vehicle attachments or anything down here, the scanning room is going to have attachments for things like a moon pool or a sea truck dock. So it's going to wind up transitioning into a kind of operations level. I did see that blood, thank you. But that's enough on Outpost Eris for now. I need to do some resupply, some planning, some proper planning, as it were, and I'm low on materials. Hang on. Always helpful. Hello. Any sign of lead? I have a bunch of things I need to do here, but as I say, that's Future Horse's problem. Tonight, it's already 9:25, our time at least, so let's end the stream by well, I think the best description I have is dodging Mordred. That's Mordred. That's an attempt. Well, Pete, Frost,
Seek fluid intake.
you asked. I mean, Pete, there was a significant collision involved, and a significant part of the sea truck ended up inside the Leviathan. I would call that ramming. Whether it was intentional is entirely irrelevant there. Okay.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I'm just going to wait a minute until, well, to be blunt, until Mordred fucks off. Wait for it. Down she goes. That's my cue. It's really tense when you have to dodge Leviathans for your regular commute. In theory, Spud, that works out. I don't know if it works out in practice, because that was harrowing. And I'm sure you noticed that interesting suggestion, Pete. Think I'll pass. Ooh, I did not know that. I thought Leviathans were sort of void universal.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Who knows, I may go and build a base there. But it's not plan A. Okay, I'm just going to sit and look at the penguins for a moment because they lower my blood pressure. I mean, I don't. Me and Spud have seen that on the maps, the big empty expanse of ice. I can think of a way to get there. It would be relatively easy. It would just take a lot of titanium. Okay, I've eaten a tree, stared at some penguins. Okay, also, 1 second. Good, it's reappeared. Okay, my Discord stopped playing up just for the stream end. Which is, great timing there. Yeah, great timing there, Discord. I don't think we're going to push it. I think we're going to stop there before we get any further behind on the tech front, but
yeah. I spent half my time listening, half my time wrestling with the moderation computer because it decided that, you know, connecting is for losers.
Oh, what can you do? That said, as the whiteout closes in over there... Oh. There we go.
Yep.
We can just see the penguins through the storm as we transition to stream end.
Yes.
So, at this stage, this brings us to the end of another Roombas of Thought live stream.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us. If you want to know anything more about the Roombas of Thought, links to our Discord server, our Patreon page, such as it is, and all of our channels are in the down there part. Yep. It has been an absolute pleasure streaming for you all this evening. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Frost. Thank you, Spud, for the time you were a chatter.
Yep. Because sometimes you just need to fight your way past, well, where the hell the computer decides.
Yeah. Thank you, Empty, while you were here.
God damn it, my brain has provided me with the words, the sharks are having revenge because they clearly can't match the Leviathans.
Oh. But we have that. brings our total base count to 16.
Yep.
Some of them are just a tube with a solar panel on, but still.
Yeah, honestly, we kind of need those, otherwise, we'd be so lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Outpost Hope and Outpost Mordor are both pretty bare bones. Outpost Mordor is, I think, just a scanner room.
Yep.
At some point, I still want to be able to test what happens when you build a moon pool on land.
You can do that in your own time.
Yes, I can. For now, I have been Stalking Horse.
I've been Indecisive Spud.
And it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you once again, everyone. And we will see you next stream.
Yep.
Have a good night or a good day, depending on where in the world you are, what your time zone's doing. And we'll see you next time. Farewell.
See ya.